Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We up a little early. Today, I thought I'd give y'all a little lesson on a little bit of financial literacy, which is what I do. We're going to see who's going to join the chat and learn how to pay their house off early. Real simple. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. How you guys doing today? Tap the like button when you get in here, please. Today I'm going to show you guys how to pay your house off early. A little bit of financial literacy. So let's go ahead and tap that like button, man. Share the live. Some of y'all never sleep around here, man. I'll tell you. Well, sleeping is a very important part of life, man. You guys got to get your rest at night. You got to remember that. Yeah, but today, man, we're gonna show you guys coming in here how to save more money, and those of you who are in the finances, how to actually save some of that hard-earned money that you've been using. How to get that house paid off early. You dig? Top of the morning, Yolanda. How you feeling, mama? Go ahead and hit that like button when you come in here today. I'm going to give you guys a taste of what I do, which is a lot of financial things, how to get your bread right, how to pay that house off early when you're going to go purchase a house. So I would tell you guys to get your pen and paper because you're going to need it. Because normally when I explain these things to people, if I just say it out loud, they don't really get it. But when you write these things down and you get the numbers, you're going to see exactly how much the banks have been screwing you, basically with no Vaseline. And I'm going to tell you how to get past that. So yeah, guys, tap in. Tell me where you're from, Yolanda. If I never spoke to you guys, just let me know where you guys from. And for those who gives me, and if I get a super chat, the best one, I am going to personally give them a gift, a financial gift that, if used correctly, it will make you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. 313 in the house. How you doing? And definitely, you're definitely meant to be in here, Yolanda, because 313 is a good place to get some property right now. 313 and in Cleveland. That's right. Go ahead and tap that like button, man. I like to get started at the 10-minute mark to let everybody to get in here, get started. But you're definitely gonna need a piece of paper. Even if you're not interested in buying a house, guys, get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. So when I break this down and you look at these numbers, you're gonna start seeing, you know, why the banks do what they do, why the banks have interest rates, why it is important to pay your house off, which type of loan to get, so on and so forth. Man, because the thing is, as fast as you're trying to make money, these banks are out here, working 10 times as hard to take your money. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of game today, man, because this is what I do. This is what I do. But you definitely don't want your pad. You're going to definitely want a piece of paper and a pencil. So, guys, go ahead and like that live, share it, tap the screen and share it, because my channel is about motivation. We talk about real stuff, finances, and guys, I also have a workout channel, fitness channel. The content will be up on the fitness channel within 7 days. I promise you. I give you my word. The if you don't know me, I lost 122 pounds in 1 year. For those of y'all, man, who trying to lose some weight, you want to join my fitness channel. I am going to start from ground zero and work my way all the way up to from the very, very beginner that may have never ever tried to change their body, to transform their body. Because I'm not talking about weight loss here. We don't care about what the scale says. We're not talking about losing weight. We're talking about changing our body. So, and I'm starting from the very, very basics all the way up, y'all, and it will be easy to follow. So, you guys definitely want to get a hold of that. I also have a prayer channel, where daily I'll be giving daily affirmations and some scripture. And then I'm not really worried about the reaction channel. You guys will get that when you get there. Okay. But let me give you guys the name of my fitness channel. You guys definitely want to go to that channel right there, man, and go ahead and subscribe. And I'm telling you, I give you my word, that channel is going to be lit. So that's what I love to do is work out. And so if you're trying to get that body, man, that you always wanted, I'm going to teach you how. And I'm going to let the channel show me how to gain weight. Yes. You gain weight the right way, though. That my channel is going to cover everything. Because it's funny that you say that, because gaining weight, when you put on weight, you want to put it on the proper way. You want to put on the right type of weight. But we'll go over that on my channel. I mean, it's gonna answer. I promise you, it's gonna answer everything, and especially for those people out here getting this weight loss surgery and stuff. I give you my word, my channel's gonna be lit. Go look through my shorts, and you'll see my body transformation. And actually, the transformation that you'll see in there was only at the 9-month mark. I transformed. I dropped 122 pounds in 1 year. I got a whole 8-pack up under here. But it's gonna show you how to do it right. I promise you guys. Go ahead and tap that like button if you're in here. I got 8 people, man. And throw my favorite number up in the air, man, if you guys got your pens and your paper, because I'm up early. It's shit, what time is it? It's 4:39 out here in Las Vegas. Because I wanted to let y'all know, man, I get up early. This is what I do each and every day. I'm up at 3:30, 4 o'clock every day, even on the weekends. This is how you. All right, guys. Sorry about the buffering. I just moved. The internet is kind of jacked up, but stay with me, guys. I promise you. Get those pens and papers, man. Let me know when you guys throw some sevens up in there, and let me know when you guys got your pens and your piece of paper and your pen and your piece of paper and your pens, and we're gonna start, because I really want you to win. I want you guys to be financially literate. I want you guys to be the best version of yourself. And why give your money away if you don't? Why give your money away if you don't have to? I'm gonna start at the 10-minute mark, guys. I don't care how many people's in here. At the 10-minute mark, we're gonna get started, y'all. And I appreciate you guys stopping by too, by the way. I know lately you guys see me going off on Lamarck, the booty and all that stuff, but I got way more conversation than that. That's a whole nother thing. But we doing it. We gonna do it big over here. I want you guys to actually learn something. If you're taking the time to sit and watch something, if you're gonna take time out of your day to watch something and put something in your brain in your 24 hours, make sure it's something that benefits you. Can you dig it? But we're gonna get started here, y'all. Okay, guys, we're gonna talk about how to pay your house off early. Okay, now, normally when people get a house, especially people getting their first home, a lot of people overextend themselves, and they might say, man, I want that big house over there. Now, with getting a bigger house and overextending yourself, a lot of people like to get 30-year loans, which is a no-no. We don't get 30-year loans. We don't do that. That's the first thing you need to understand. No 30-year loans. So now, why don't we get any 30-year loans? And if I'm going too fast, guys, somebody tap something in the comments and just let me know, man, because I got this, got it all down for you guys, and I really want you to get this. Like I said, I don't care how many people come in here, they can rewatch it. We don't get 30-year loans for a few reasons. A 30-year loan has a higher interest rate, right? And most of the money that you're paying on a 30-year loan is nothing but interest to the bank. So now this is why you need your piece of paper, okay? Because I'm gonna tell you guys about my first house, okay? You ready? Now, get your paper. Let's do the math. The first house that I bought cost me $160,000. It was a long time ago. It's like in 2006, like 2000, no, like 2004. It cost me $160,000. Keep that in mind. Well, because I got a 15-year loan, I got a 15-year loan instead of a 30-year loan. What a 15-year loan does is it gives you 1% interest cheaper. 1% interest cheaper. Now, when you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars, interest rate, man, 1% is a whole lot of money, you know. So I got a 15-year loan, 1% interest cheaper, and I was paying $1,600 a month. So write that down. My house costs $160,000. I have a 15-year loan, which is 180 months, and I was paying $1,600 a month. Okay. Now, we're going to go back to a 30-year loan of what I would have been paying if I was at a 30-year loan. I just wanted y'all to have that number handy, that $160,000 handy as I go through this process. So now, let's say, for instance, and also the difference between a 30-year loan and a 15-year loan is when you get a 15-year loan, you're going to probably pay, it's going to be about $200 more a month. It's going to be about $200 more a month. And so, guys, you mess off $200 during the course of a month. Uber Eats, kicking it, drinking, the money's there. A lot of people think that they can't afford to pay, the extra, couple $100, but you can. So let me show you where it benefits you. So now, if you can get your calculator out, because I've already done it for you. Now, if I had gotten a 30-year loan for my $160,000 house, after I paid that house off for 30 years, I would have paid $576,000 for that house. $576,000 is what I would have paid. Well, that means that if you subtract $160,000 from that, that means that $416,000 I would have given the bank for interest only. Just because I'm not educated on the housing market, just because I'm not educated with numbers, and because I chose not to show a little bit of discipline, right, and do a little bit of research before I bought some property, right, and I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm only going to make more money as time goes on. Let me go ahead and suck it up and pay this extra couple $100 a month. Can you dig it? So I would have gave them an extra $416,000 if I got a 30-year loan. If you guys are following me so far and you like the content, man, throw me a 7 up in the air because I want you guys to keep up. I'm not in a rush. I don't want to move too fast. I want you guys to get this. Throw some 7s up if you got it. And remember, guys, share this, man. I got 8 people in here. Go ahead and like the live if you in here. This is some good information. Okay, now, next. So now, because it's going to be a banger up in here now, I'm going to give y'all some real game. Now, with a 15-year loan, if I had paid $1,600 a month for a 15-year loan for 15 years, I would have paid $288,000 total for the house. Remember, the house only cost me $160,000. That means that I would have only paid $128,000 in interest to the bank rather than $416,000. Is any of this making sense to y'all? But because I have some discipline and I would pay an extra couple $100 a month, getting a lower interest rate, which is a 15-year loan, look at the money I saved. If I would have paid, if I would have, see, because I said if I would have, because I didn't pay the house off in 15 years, I would have only gave them $128,000. That's a big difference, right? If you guys think that's a big difference, man, give me a thumbs up if you following this right now. Because this is where the game is about to, this is the twist that you got that people really need to become aware of. You know, if they're smart with their money and they want their money, because it's a whole lot of things that you can do with your money. So if you guys are ready to move forward, let me know. Let me know if you guys are ready to move forward. You know, I got people jumping in and out of here, but they're not financially literate. And see, and that's the problem with the world these days. See, people want drama, they want all this other stuff, but when a person is telling you how to save all this money, don't nobody want to listen, and they wonder why they're in the predicament that they're in. So now, guys, we moving forward. So let me explain something to you. Here's where the twist comes in. When you have a 15-year loan, if you make 2 extra payments towards your principal, right, every year, you will now pay your house off in 9 years. So let me do the math. Let me show y'all the math on that, because I paid mine off in 9 years. So now for 9 years, because I made 2 extra payments towards my principal, I only paid the bank $172,000 for a $160,000 house. Therefore, I only paid them actually it was $172,800. So I only gave the bank $12,800 in interest, because I was disciplined enough and smart enough to get a 15-year loan and make 2 payments. So let's do the math on that. We're going to do the math on that. Remember, guys, if I had a 15-year loan, I would have gave the bank an extra $416,000, right? But because I got a 9-year loan, I got a 15-year loan, and I paid my house off in 9 years by making 2 extra payments, let's see. I saved myself $403,000 of nothing but pure interest that you're giving to the bank, that they're now making money with, and you're not making money with. Can you dig what I'm saying? Are y'all really feeling this live? Because I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Because Yolanda, I know you got your paper. That makes sense, right? Okay, guys, thanks for that super chat, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that super chat. I appreciate that, guys. I definitely appreciate that. Oh, Flint. And Flint, and tell me where you're from. Oh, wow, that's a $50 super chat. Wow, man, I appreciate that, man. God bless you. I need to know where you're from, and I'm going to send you something right here. Hey, Flint, what I would like you to do is you email me, and in the comments, put "Oh Flint super chat," and I'm going to send you a gift when we get done here. And this gift, I would appreciate it if you do not share this gift, but it's something that if you are into finances, houses, business credit, you name it, I'm going to send you something that has potential to make you millions of dollars. And all you got to do is look through the information. And to be honest with you, what I'm going to send you, old Flint, normally I charge people about $500 for this information. But make sure you email me, please. because I want you to get what I got coming. I don't want nobody to think I'm a fraud out here. I did not make this live to try to get money, but this is how it goes, guys. You know, I'm giving out this information for you. But make sure you hit me up, old Flint, and I appreciate the love. See, guys, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna let you know something. In this world, you can't get anything in life if your hands are closed and you're not willing to give. You know, I can't even give you anything if your hands are closed. I can't even put anything in your hand. So what I'm saying is you have to be a giving person and have a giving soul and learn how to pay it forward. And I promise you, God will always take care of you. I used to give this information out. People don't seem to get it. You know, we're in a time and place where and people are doing bad, man. And we don't have to if we become a little bit more financially literate, you know, and trust each other. So now back to what I was saying. So now we got our loan. We got our 15-year loan. And you asking yourself, man, coach, how can I, man, how, you know, man, I don't think I can make these two payments. I don't think I can make these two payments, you know, once a year to pay my house off for 9 years. Sure you can. Sure you can. The first thing I would tell you to do for anybody to do, even if you're not trying to buy a house, I would tell you for 1 month to be disciplined enough. If you smoke, drink, smoke 420, Uber Eats, if you like to eat out, all that stuff, I would tell you to get you a pad of paper and add up how much money you spend on your vices during 30 days. So if you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, I want you to take that and add it up for 30 days. If you drink alcohol or whatever, I want you to take whatever you drink for that month, add it up. If you're a 420 smoker, if you gamble, add it up. If you're doing Uber Eats and eating out and eating Lyft Eats, add that up over a 30-day period, and you will find that the money that you're blowing every month is the money you could be using that for your dream home. That's the money, man. If it's a car that you want, that's the money for your car payment. This is the money. If you want to make investments, that's the money that you could be using to invest. But overall, back to this, this is the money that you could be using to make those two extra payments. So you say to me, man, Coach One Stack, you know what? I don't have any vices. And y'all got to excuse me. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm eating breakfast. I'm eating a little oatmeal and coffee. So bear with me. Bear with me. Because you know it's like 5 o'clock in the morning out here in Las Vegas. So you say to me, well, Coach, man, I don't eat out like that. I don't gamble. I just like to sit at home. How do I make these two payments? Well, you got this thing called income tax. It's income tax season. You could make it a point for the next 9 years to take your income tax check instead of, you know, spending it on whatever you spend it on and say, you know what, I'm going to make them two payments towards my principal and pay my house off in 9 years. That's another way. Here's the easiest way, though. Here's the easiest way. When you go to buy your house, you have them, you set it on automatic. You send them half of a house payment every 2 weeks. If you send them half of a house payment every 2 weeks, that will cover your two extra payments for the year. And then you're not stuck with some lump sum that you have to pay for. You know, thinking to yourself, man, I gotta pay this, in my case, $3,200 every year. But if you're paying it every 2 weeks, you're not even gonna miss it. You're not even gonna think about it. Are y'all feeling this live, man? If y'all do, man, throw some sevens up in the air. Because I'm not done, man. I'm in the finances. We're not even close to being done, guys. Okay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. See, so now when we're dealing with the housing market, you're going to hear some people say, you never pay your house off. No, let me give you guys some game. You might say to yourself, hey, I want some rental property. I want some rental property. Well, in the case of a rental property, well, you want the longest loan possible. If you could get a 50-year loan, you want to get the loan that's gonna cost you the least amount of money for the longest amount of time. And why is that, Coach Ronstadt? Because when you're dealing with a rental property, you don't care if you pay that house off. That house is just set there, is there to just generate money for you. So of course you don't care if you ever pay it off. Why? Because you could always sell it. And so when you're dealing with your rental home, the house that you want to live in and you're going to stay in that house, you want to pay that house off in 9 years and be done with it. Now you're retired. Uh, you're doing other things, by paying that off in 9 years, you could have been and bought 3 houses in 30 years. Matter of fact, you could have paid for 3 houses, while a person is still struggling to pay for their one house. What's crazy? I know somebody right now. I know somebody right now who bought a house not even 30 years ago. I think they got 3 years left to pay on their house. That house payment was costing them, let's say, $500 or $600 a month. And then I know somebody else who used my method. I mean, they didn't use my method because I told them, but they did this same type of thing. Well, they got their house payment was $2,000 a month, and they have long ago paid. They paid their house off in 9 years. 2,000 a month. While this person with this 500-600, they still struggling to make a house payment for 30 years. Guys, the banks are trying to keep you in debt. All that interest is money that they take and they use and they invest it each and every day, and make money off of it. If I could go, if I could go a little deeper with you guys, just listen. I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you have you ever, if anybody have ever logged onto their bank account around midnight and ever saw and it said that it was under maintenance? If that has ever happened to you when you tried to log into your bank account in the middle of the night and it said it was under maintenance, throw me some sevens in the air. I'm gonna tell you why. You know what, Yolanda? I'm gonna get into a card just for you. But no, I'm gonna get and be on this live because you said that. I'm gonna get into the card just for you, Yolanda. Let me take a note because I'm gonna get into a card too. Thank you, by the way. I'm gonna make this live a little bit longer, guys, because I appreciate the love. We're gonna get into cards next. Okay. Guys, the reason why your account is under maintenance. See, I've done forex trading. I mean, which is currency trading. You know, your currency gets traded throughout the day. If you look at your stock market, the U.S. dollar goes up and down. A matter of fact, if you were to Google where the U.S. dollar stands, as far as like carries weight, in the world, like we're number 10. It's like 9 or 10 other currencies that outweigh ours right now in the US. It's some currencies. If you were to Google this right now, I want you guys to Google what are the top 10 currencies in the world. You're going to see that the US dollar is like number 9 and 10. And then you're going to see it's some currencies out there that you ain't never even heard of that outweigh ours. So why your bank account is under maintenance is because at midnight, that's when the stock exchange opens in France, right? And that's why they're taking that little bit of time, that time of morning. They're trading your money. They're exchanging your currency. They're basically making money off your money because that's when the stock exchange opens in France, and they're making money off your money for that little bit of time. So when they done made them millions and billions of dollars off your money, of your hard-earned money that you got sitting in the bank while you're asleep, that you don't even have access to, that's why it's under maintenance. Think about it. Why would a bank account? Why would a bank have to be under maintenance? The money is just. I mean, a bank account is just a bunch of numbers sitting in an account. The money's not actually there. And if anybody knew this, man, hey, give me a thumbs up. Because yeah, let me give you guys another lesson. We're gonna go back to I don't want to get too deep here because I'm gonna get on cars too. But does anybody know who Muammar Gaddafi was? You know, the dictator in Libya. If anybody knows who Gaddafi was, he was a dictator in Libya. He got deleted some years back. If anybody knows what he is, give me a thumbs up in the chat, please. Let me break something down to you guys. And Flint, if you haven't done that, and if you are comfortable sending me your email address out in the open, you could do that because I want to make sure you get what you got coming to you. Okay, so you guys know who Muammar Gaddafi is. So check this out. Back in the days, now I don't want to lie to you, it was either 1967 or 1972. One of our presidents signed a bill. Oh, go ahead. I'll be here. We ain't going nowhere. And then look, you guys can also look. You ain't even got to do that. You can cash app right here if you like. You can also cash out right there. That way it goes straight to me. And that way, freaking YouTube ain't all in my business. But so 1967 or 1972, one of our presidents signed a bill that said that in our gold reserve that you did not have to have gold. You see back in the day, like however much money that you had printed in the United States. So say we had $1 billion printed. Well, we had to have $1 billion worth of gold to back that money up. The money's not worth anything. It's supposed to be backed up by gold. Okay. So somebody signed a bill, one of our presidents signed a bill to stop doing that, to where none of our money did have to be backed up by gold. As of right now, your money is what's called fiat. Let me help you out here. Fiat. It means fake. Fiat means fake. That means that your money does not really exist. I want you to use your head here, guys. And you guys can do your own research, man. You don't have to believe me. I just want to educate you. Fiat means not real. How can your country be trillions of dollars in debt each and every day, but yet more and more money is printed, and now all of a sudden they sign a bill and they say, here's a stimulus check. The money's not real, it doesn't carry weight. So what Muammar Gaddafi was doing, and he was very close to doing this. Libya is very rich in diamonds and gold and all that. What he was doing was, at this point, he was getting it. He almost had it back to the point to where every country had to have their money, however much money they had printed, backed up in gold. He tried to get that reinstated. Okay. Well, and he also was going to have something in place to where if, say, another country did not believe that you had enough gold to support the money that you have printed, they could come take a sneaky peek in your reserve to see if you really did have the gold to back up how much money you had printed. Now, where would that cause a problem with the U.S.? We don't have the gold in the reserve. Our money is not worth anything, guys. It's not. Like I said, you can Google this right now as you sit here on this live. Google the top 10 currencies in the world, and you're going to see US is like number 9 or 10. You're going to see currencies that you can't even pronounce that outweigh ours. But Muammar Gaddafi was very, very close. Dang, do y'all see that up there? That's crazy. Muammar Gaddafi was very, very close. Do y'all see that? Hold up. Do y'all see that? Y'all see that smoke? Do y'all see like the little cloud of smoke right there? Or is that just me? Like, this is crazy. Hope it ain't no ghosts up in here. But Muammar Gaddafi was that close to getting that stuff done. Okay, you saw it. Okay, I'm making sure I'm not crazy. I'm making sure I'm not crazy. Okay, it is weirding me out. Okay, so Muammar Gaddafi was deleted. They deleted him because of that. Because use your head, guys. That man was deleted, and it's on tape because he was this close to getting it back to where you had to you had to have, I got you. You had to have enough gold to back up, everything that you said you had. So that means that your money's not fake, guys. I mean, your money's not real. And I will tell you guys. Let me ask you guys one more question because I got on the houses, which I wanted to, and I want to talk about cars next. But everybody in this chat, I want you to tell me one thing. Answer one question. Why do you have a bank account? Put it in the chat, please. Why do you have a bank account? Why do you have a bank account? Please tell me why you have a bank account. I want to open up your eyes and show you something. To hold your money. Okay. Okay, so now watch this. Listen, guys. Hear me out. Let's say you have $10,000 in the bank, okay? You got $10,000 in the bank. And it's Saturday afternoon, 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon. All the banks are closed. Okay, all the banks are closed. You have a family emergency. You need to, I hear you. Watch this. You have a family emergency Saturday afternoon. All the banks are closed. You need to get out of town Saturday afternoon. You need to take that money. You need your $10,000 now because you had a family emergency that you need to tend to on Sunday. You cannot wait till Monday till the bank is open. You don't have access to your money. You can't even get your $10,000 out of the bank. Can you? No, of course you can't. You don't even have access to you don't even have access to your money. But the bank has access to your money. Y'all don't find that funny? The bank has access to your money. Well, and now watch this. You don't need a bank to save your money for an emergency. You get nothing from putting your money in the bank. You're better off. You can put your money under a mattress. At least you had access to your money when you need it. See, it's Sunday. You can't even get your money out the bank. And then you're stuck at an ATM machine where you only can get out a certain amount of money. You can get out a certain amount of money after you pay a fee. Then your bank's going to charge you a fee. You can't get that $10,000 out of the bank. Now watch this Young Mike show. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. Now, because I'm not telling y'all not to have a bank account. I'm just opening up your minds to show you guys some things that's going on. You understand what I'm saying? You don't even have access to your money. See, so a lot of people, man, y'all get these bank accounts and y'all steady swiping y'all debit cards, which using your debit card is not a very smart thing to do. Not smart at all. It's way too easy to get defrauded and you don't always get your money back. I advise you to use a credit card that has cash back and pay the balance off every month, just like your debit card. So let's get a little deeper. Now you got people who got Cash App. I got a Cash App. I mean, but I got an account, but it's for some other things. I keep my money. Don't worry about where I keep my money. But yeah, so now you got a Cash App card. A Cash App is even worse. And why is that? Why is a Cash App worse? Because with a Cash App, you could put as much money on your Cash App as you want per day, but you can only take out so much per day. you can only transfer so much per day. Oh, let me check y'all here, man. Oh, Yolanda, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Yolanda, thanks a lot for that cash app. Yolanda, I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. And Yolanda, hold up. Hold up. Make sure you email me and say, this is Yolanda. This is Yolanda, YouTube, and I'm going to send you something that keep it to yourself. And I tell you, and when you do get it, I can't tell you what to do. But if you do want to share it with somebody, charge them. Charge them, charge them, charge them, charge them. And why is that? I'm not a big person on money. I know how to make money, but when people get things free, they don't appreciate it. And what I'm gonna send you, once you read it from top to bottom, you can be like, damn, really? Don't give it away. Get financially literate around here so you can get yourself some money. What do I do, guys? I build businesses, man. I build people's LLCs from the ground up. I build their business credit. I get them approved for whatever they need. So just I'm not trying to put you guys in my business or anything like that. I secured a $350,000 loan for someone the other day to start an ice cream shop, 15% of which is mine. Sometimes I might charge 20. It depends on if I like you. Sometimes 10. So we start doing the math with these numbers. This is what I do. I want you guys to be financially literate. But so even with a cash app, guys, even with the cash app, you go to the ATM machine, they're charging you what, like $6 to take your money out. So, but if you have your money on hand, is what I'm saying. If you have your money on hand, what I'm saying is just be careful about the banks. Just understand the bank is there to make money. The bank is there to make money, period. And the government is there to make sure that you stay broke. The government is here to, and I'm not no conspiracy theorist. What I'm telling you guys makes a lot of sense. They're here to collect money from these big businesses, right? Collect their taxes, which you don't get any of that. Hey, thank you, Mike Show. I appreciate that, Brody. Man, look, I have 4 channels. I have a motivational channel. This is my motivational channel, which is kind of like a do-all channel. I have a fitness channel that I started, which is going to be fly, bro. I dropped 122 pounds in 1 year. I have a spiritual channel, and I got a reaction video channel. Believe me when I tell you, man, I don't come on here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to do silly stuff for the camera. Man, I want y'all to win. I want y'all to learn how to use this bank's money. So, see, since you guys are into this stuff, believe me, we're going to have a lot more of these conversations, man. I'm going to tell y'all how to get some bread. For real, for real. Okay, now, we're going to talk about cars now. No, hold up. Before we get on cars, I got to get on the housing market again. This is how I can tell you for a fact that the government and the banks, they want to keep you in debt. Now, I'm 48 years old. So back in 2008, when we had the recession, the housing market crash and all that, for those of you who don't know, this is the reason why the housing market crashed. These banks, which don't give a damn about you. What these banks were doing was, so it was partly the people, it was partly the people's fault, and it was the bank's fault too. So what the banks were doing was, see, because greed is something else. Greed will always take you down the wrong path. When you greedy, you can't be greedy. When a person is sitting here greedy, man, that's when people play off your greed and get over on you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, y'all run commercials and all that. Oh yeah, no, Yolanda, you stay for all of these. I got all of them are gonna be different. But trust me, I got the weight, I got the weight stuff, the reaction videos. That's like a little toy for me. But it's more important to me for you guys to be financially literate. Like that means something to me. So now back to '08. that when the housing market crashed, when you had these banks giving people loans, let's say they're getting a $400,000 house, but they're making $15 an hour. They obviously can't afford that. But what they were doing was they were tailoring these loans so that anybody could get it. You could be working at McDonald's and get you a $400,000 house. Why is that? Because they had what was called interest only loans. So with these interest only loans, off a $400,000 house, I'm just using that number, the payment is very, very low because you're just paying the interest. And after about 5 years, the interest will, the principal will kick in. So you would be able to pay this interest only for like maybe 3 years or 5 years. So here's the game, what people was trying to do. This is the greed. A lot of them figured, man, you know what? What I'll do is I'll get this $400,000 house, right? I'll get this $400,000 house. I'll pay interest only, and because since the housing market is moving up real fast, after 2 years, I'll sell it, right? And now I'm going to make about a couple $100,000 off of it, and I won't have to pay any capital gain tax, which is 28%. Capital gain tax is 28%. So people were getting these houses that they could not afford. The bank was giving them these loans that they know they should not have. And so some people got to the point where they were able to sell their house and cash out. But some people got caught when the bubble busted. So now you got all these people that were stuck with these houses that were not worth $400,000 no more. They're only worth $150,000, but they owe $4. You have these banks now who are not getting any of their money because nobody can afford to pay for this stuff. Do your research, guys. Can you pay more with the insurance on it? Well, when you're dealing with the insurance, Mike, you have what's called PMI. You got PMI insurance, and you have to pay that PMI insurance until you get 20% equity in your house, and then that drops off. So if you come in and put down 20% down on your house, you don't pay any PMI. But if you don't have 20% equity in your house, you do pay PMI. That's a whole nother insurance that they automatically factor in. So what they did was, so now the banks are left with all these houses, foreclosures, ain't nobody living in these houses. The bank the bank then loaned out all this money. They're not getting it back. The banks are broke. The banks are broke, y'all. So now, Jesse Ventura, who was a wrestler at the time. Well, he wrestled back in the day. He was a senator or mayor. I forgot which state. He brought up a very good idea, right? This is how you know that your country want to keep you down, and they want to keep you in debt. So because the more they keep you in debt, remember, the more that you owe the bank, the more interest that the government collects from the bank. Right? So they want to keep you in debt. They never want you to pay your bills off. Okay. So what Jesse Ventura said was, and this was smart. He said it is approximately 375 million documented Americans. Why don't we give because people are doing bad, why don't we give every American $1 million? If we give every American $1 million, we're going to basically say $400 million. They say if you give every American $1 million, give every American $1 million, well, they can go pay their house off. They could pay their cars off. They could pay their bills off, and they don't owe anything. They're out of the hole. But remember, if they pay their bills off, well, then the bank don't get no interest. If you pay your cars off, PMI is called private mortgage insurance. Private mortgage insurance. So if you pay your car off, the banks don't get no interest. If you pay your house off, the banks don't get any interest. If you pay your credit cards off, the bank don't get no interest, which means they don't get no interest. That means the government don't get their money. If y'all following this, throw a 7 up in the air. Come on, man. I'm giving y'all some good game. And Miss Yolanda, you have a beautiful smile. You just grinning. See, that's that good energy, y'all. If you guys get that, man, throw a 7 up in the air. So now, instead of giving every American $1 million, they chose to come out with something called the bailout bill. The bailout bill. What was the bailout bill? The government gave the banks $70 billion. So watch this. Instead of them giving every American $1 million so that every American could pay their bills, get out of debt, not owe anything, and get ahead, right? But remember, by doing that, that means that the banks don't collect any interest. They gave the banks $70 billion so that they could keep functioning. You are in the hole still, and now they have to pay back the interest on that 70 billion, and plus they're getting your interest. Do y'all see how this stuff is? Do y'all see how this stuff is? Do you see how it's working now? I hope you guys see how this is working now. You got your pens and your paper, man. But now we about to get on cars. If you guys are ready to get on cars, thank you, Yolanda. Oh yeah, Yolanda. I'm giving it to you raw and uncut. We're gonna get on cars here. We're gonna get on cars here. And I don't ever want anybody to think that I'm talking to you like less than, or like I'm talking to you like you're stupid. When I'm giving this information, I'm just giving it out, you know. Guys, when you get a car, first of all, when you go to the car lot, you go to the car lot, the car is $20,000. Okay, your credit sucks. Your credit sucks. This is why anybody with any bad credit can go get a car. You might not be you're not going to the Benz dealership, but you can go get that $20,000 car with the worst credit. So when they go run your credit, it's going to be a bank that's going to come along and say, you know what? I'll take Yolanda. I got Yolanda White. I'll finance her. But you know what? I'm going to finance her at 28%, which is high as hell for a car. Okay. This is why you don't buy cars, because a car is a bad investment. So now they gonna come out and tell you, winner, winner, chicken dinner. We found somebody to finance you for this car, Yolanda. Well, before you leave that car lot, the bank has already given that car lot $20,000 for the car. This is why when your car note comes in the mail, you got a finance company, because they're getting the interest off your loan. You understand what I'm saying? They're getting the interest off your loan. This is why. This is why. Thank you, brother. This is why when you're dealing with a car, first of all, you put down as less money as necessary. As less money as necessary. A car is the worst investment in the world. Let me give you a story. This true story. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys this, and I'm not racist or anything like that. I'm gonna give you a scenario. You sitting at the light and you see this white guy pull up in this badass Ferrari at the light. See this white guy. Oh, you see this older white guy pull up this badass Ferrari. Then you see a black dude pull up to the same light in the same badass Ferrari. Right? I want you guys to tell me who put down the most money to buy their car. Tell me who paid cash for their car. Which one of those persons paid cash for their car? And which one is making payments? Tell me in the chat, please. Okay. Well, I own cars too, but I'm just giving y'all that scenario. And guys, I just checked my email. Neither one of you guys sent me your email yet because I was just gonna send it to you. Okay. Now, Mike, I want you to know something. No disrespect. You never pay cash for a car. That wasn't a smart move to do because number one, as soon as you pull that car off the lot, it's not worth like it's not you just lost like hella money in your car. You never pay cash for a car. Oh well, yeah, something like that, yeah. Something like that, yeah. That small, yeah. Um, yeah, something that small, definitely. What you did was smart. So this, I guess I should have said, this is more so for people buying these more expensive cars. Because to me, that's a smart move, bro. When you get a car, you get something smaller you can afford and pay cash for. But we talking about, we talking about the rest of the world who want these big Ferraris. Like I'm teaching a lesson here. So anyway, normally it's gonna be that young black dude who with that Ferrari who paid cash for his car. This white gentleman, he's making payments and he's leasing the car. And why is that? And what's the difference? Well, when he paid cash for that car, you just lost all the money in that car because cars depreciate as soon as you drive them off the lot. Well, for that man who leased the car, say he leased that car, it's a $300,000 car. He leased that car. Well, that man is smart enough to know that if he rents that car out about 3 or 4 times a month, that will make the payment for his lease and insurance, right? Because he's leasing it. He's leasing it. He ain't putting any cash down. Then at the end of his lease, be it 2 years, 3 years, normally a lot of them are two. Well, when you pay your lease off, it shows that you have now paid off a $300,000 car on your lease, on your credit. So when you are when you are making a big purchase for a car, you never ever, unless you're gonna do some, like Mike, you're gonna get something small, which is very smart, super duper smart. But we talking about people getting these other cars, man. You going here with as less money as possible because you have something that's called comparable car credit. What is comparable car credit? Let me give you some game. You can have an 850 credit score. You can have an 850 credit score. You go to this Benz dealership and you tell them, man, I got perfect credit. I want that Benz. You're going to have to put almost half the money down for that car because you don't have any comparable car credit. And what is comparable car credit? Say you have a car that say you want to buy a car that costs $100,000. Comparable car credit, they want to see that you have at least paid off half of a car that costs half as much as the one you about to get. Meaning, they want to see in this case, if you want $100,000 car, that you have paid at least $25,000 off of a car that costs $50,000. That's called comparable car credit. And if you have done that and you have good credit, where you're going to go get that Benz zero down. You understand what I'm saying? So now, same thing. If you want a car that's $200,000, comparable car credit, they want to see on your credit that you have at least paid off half of a car that costs $100,000. And you're going to walk in there, you're going to get that car zero down. But see, here's the thing, guys. This is a whole nother lesson, not for today. This is why you have business credit and you lease a car. Why? Because it not only is it a write-off, but once you have that first lease and you turn that lease in, and so let's say I want me a Benz. I got it under my business's name. This is the stuff I do, guys. It's under my business name. I'm leasing this Benz. Well, my lease is up. Well, every time when I go back, I just turn it in. I don't have to pay any money. I don't have to pay any money to get another car. And because it's in my business's name, it's free. I'm writing it off. So I'm driving around a car for free, guys. Are y'all feeling me? Are y'all? Because I'm gonna start doing more of these because I see y'all like it, man, and I like giving this type of information out. Call comparable car credit, people. So super easy. You never ever see when you go to the car dealership. When you go to the car dealership, man, it used to be back in the days that um your car, like it used to be back in the days that you when you bought a car, you got a little booklet, like a coupon booklet. And so you went through that booklet. That was how many payments you had to make. So you used to rip out it was like a checkbook. You take the little payment out like a checkbook, fill it out, put the check in the envelope, mail it off. And when all the little things are going, your car is paid for. But also back in the days, when I was younger, your loan was only for 2-3 years. Now they got 6-year car loans, 7-year car loans. It's the same thing. Let's do the math. Let's do the math, okay? Let's do some math. We got a $30,000 car. Get your pencils, guys. Because after I do this one, I gotta get off my live, right? I got you, Yolanda. I'm here. Get your pencils. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna say we got a $30,000 car, okay? We got a $30,000 car, right? And because your credit is not so good, right? You're paying $600 a month. And now because you really want that car, because you really really want that car, you've taken out a 6 or 7 year loan. So they got 7 year loans. So we're gonna go seven because a lot of people want that car now. They got a 7 year loan, and 7 times 12 is 84. So that's $600 times 84 months. Okay, times 84. That equals look. So now that car that you just bought for $30,000, because your credit wasn't good and because you don't know what comparable car credit is, and because you're not educated on how this stuff works. Everybody just wants the shiny car and all that, and it's costing you $600 a month for 84 months. You just paid $51,000 for that car. You just gave them an extra 20. You almost paid double for that car. You just gave them an extra $21,000 in interest for that car, just because your credit was bad, just because you didn't have the education behind it. This is why you get a lease. See, guys, I could go deeper on where I can go much deeper, and I just don't have time to do it this morning, man, because I'm going to be back, man. I do these every day. I could go deeper and tell you there are places, if you want your comparable car credit to go up, there are places that you can go where you can actually take over somebody's lease. And this is what I mean. Say you don't have a car, and say you don't have any comparable car credit. It's a place where you can go, and it's people that who have leased cars. They want to get out of their lease. They might have I'm gonna say $100,000 Mercedes Benz. They got $100,000 Mercedes Benz that they're leasing. Okay, it shows how many more payments they have on their lease, how many more months is left. It shows how many miles you can drive on the lease, et cetera, and how much the lease is per month. Now, sometimes you might have to give them a couple dollars to take over their lease. In most cases, you don't. They just want somebody to take over the lease. So if you take over somebody's lease, and they might have 3 payments left on their lease, 4. When you take over that lease and make those 3-4 payments, after you've paid it off, it shows on your credit that you have now paid off $100,000 car, which means now you can go to the dealership and do what you need to do with zero down. Get you a lease. Don't buy cars, people. Unless the only time you should be buying a car is if you're gonna be like Nike, you're gonna get something cheaper, affordable. But if you want the big nice car, the big new nice truck, get you a lease. God, let's face it, after 2-3 years, you don't want the car anyway. You want something new. And give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you, Yolanda. That's what I do. I give out that good game, man. If y'all can see this tattoo right here, Armor of God. Never leave home without it. Okay, now, Yolanda, I need Yolanda and O Flint. Shoot me that email right now because I want to send you this before I even get off my chat. Please. I want to make sure. Okay, all right, Yolanda, I got you. Okay, Yolanda. Okay, guys. So yeah, guys. I mean, that's all in a nutshell of how some of the housing and some of your credit works for you to get obtain some of the things you want in life, right? I can't. This is something I can't cover in one day. But you guys, man, stick by, man, because I know you guys are interested in this stuff. This is what I like to do. I want people to be financially literate, and so we can teach our kids to be better, man. It's all about being better, and it just takes a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of understanding. I would tell you guys today to ask your friends and family, why do you have a bank account? You can save your money under your mattress. You don't get any percentage of anything off your money sitting in the bank. Now, I will advise you to always have an account at a credit union. Why a credit union? Because when you have a relationship with a credit union, you're gonna have to get financed for things over time. So yes, but I'm not telling you not to put your money in the bank, but I am telling you is know why you're doing something. Because see, that didn't make sense to a lot of y'all. You're like, well, I take my money to save it in the bank. You don't listen, guys. Let me tell you something. If you were a real solid person, guys, you could be the bank for your friends. All a bank is say Coach Runstack said, you know what? I want you 20 people to yes. It's gonna be a little bit hard to understand, so read it very slow. And it's nothing you're gonna read it one day, but you're gonna thank me for it. I promise you. You got my email address. You're gonna thank me for that. And Don't do not please do not share it. But that's gonna help you get on your financial road to freedom. I promise you that. I promise you that. So Coach wants that I could take 20 people and I could say, you know what? You know what? I want you guys to every time you get paid, give me your money. And give me your money. And every time you need some of your money, I'm going to be available to give you your money. And we'll have a little leisure and we'll deduct it. Well, the thing is, if I do that, and as long as I have these people money when they're ready, the total could be $300,000. While I have this $300,000 for 20 people, I could be taking this money and investing it each and every day. I could take this money and go put it into Bitcoin and buy some crypto because it moves throughout the day. And as it makes money, I just take my money off the top and I put it back. And as long as I have your money available, that's the only thing that you're worried about. That's all a bank does. I could be your bank as long as I had your money available. That's all a bank does is have your money available. And to go a little further, you can't even get your money out the bank sometimes. I've been in a situation where, I live in Las Vegas, where I was in California and I needed $5,000 out of the bank. I could only get $3,000. They didn't have enough cash. Now, what part of that is where they do that at? Is I need $5,000, but I only can get $3,000. But they're making money off my money. Come on, man. Make that make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Stay here, guys. I'm checking my email to see because I got another one to send out. Okay, guys, I'm back. Flint, I don't have an email from you. So Yolanda, just for purposes, business purposes, have you started looking at what I sent you? Have you looked at any of it? Because I want you to let the people in the chat know that I am legit and I do the things that I say that I'm going to do, and I provide good information. And the rest of you guys, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. This is what I do, man. I love talking finances. I love building stuff. Matter of fact, the next one I'm going to do will probably be actually the next one. Okay, thank you. The next one the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to break down the difference between why you should use business credit versus your regular credit. Or I might get into why it's important to build an LLC. I can show you guys how to get some bread. Matter of fact, the next one I am going to do is going to be, so be on the lookout for it. It is going to be why you should get an LLC. Why start an LLC? Yeah, if you guys are some of my loyal subscribers, the next be looking because it will be scheduled. Thank you. Just want you guys to know. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, Yolanda, and I appreciate the love. The next one I'm going to do for you guys is going to be, so be on the lookout because I will schedule it. Going to be why start an LLC? Why start an LLC? What does an LLC do? But don't worry about it, man. I'm going to give you guys the ins and outs of it. I promise you. I'm gonna show you guys, but and this ain't gonna turn into a racial thing or a political thing, but I'm gonna show you why people like Donald Trump start LLCs, why the rich people start LLCs, and you can do it too. You can do it too. Trust me. And Yolanda, you go ahead and stick around, and you guys will be getting all this information. I definitely appreciate the love. Guys, I gotta go. It's time for me to go. My time is up. I gotta get ready for my day. I have to get into my Bible. I went to the gym, make some content. But first, man, I like to thank everybody that sent a super chat. I really appreciate that, man. It helps the channel grow and it lets me know that you appreciate my information. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't even have financial talks for less than $500 an hour, because the things that I'm talking about can potentially make you, if a person listens. Because when I used to give the information out and I used to take hours explaining stuff, nobody would put it to any good use. So therefore, sometimes you got to charge people, man. So I don't want y'all to think I'm money hungry or anything like that, but it's just how it is, and I appreciate you guys. Come on, man. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. My internet connection sucks. But tomorrow I will be going live in the morning, man. Be looking on my page. I'm gonna schedule it, but it will be tomorrow. It'll be in the morning. It depends on how much. Uh Actually, my live won't be until the afternoon tomorrow. I gotta go to church. So church, yeah, I won't be able to do it before church. So let me know what's convenient for you guys right now. Would Monday be more convenient than tomorrow afternoon? Let me know. Let me know what's convenient for you guys, and I can make it happen. Monday would actually be a better day for me, but I want to at least make sure that you guys are going to be in here. Yeah, because tomorrow's I won't have time to do it before, but like I said, before I go to service. And Sundays I'm pretty busy. Unless you guys are, available in the afternoon, I can do it. Okay. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow we're gonna do our live. Be on the lookout. We're gonna do our live about, let's say, 2 or 3 o'clock. Well, I live in Las Vegas, so Pacific Standard Time. Okay. So we're gonna be looking at 2 or 3 o'clock. We'll be checking my page because I'm gonna schedule it today. Okay, guys. And other than that, man, thank you, man. May God bless you. May the Lord keep his hands wrapped around you, guys. Man, I want to teach you how to save your money and make your money instead of spending your money. Because this year, 2025, this is the year for us to live. This is the year for us to stack this money. This is the year for us to get ahead. Stop playing catch up. This is the year, man, to be truly who you are and be the best version of yourself. I know I'm preaching, man, but this is your year, man, to win. But you have to make the necessary steps. You got to make the sacrifices. You don't have to be around here spending all your money on Christmas presents and birthday gifts and a bunch of frivolous things and loaning your money out to people. Because guess what? These same people that you loaning your money out to, they're not gonna help you when you need help. So therefore, you got to help yourself and be careful. And Yolanda, you know what this means. Be careful of who you stand in the gap for. You understand me? Be careful of who you stand in the gap for them and their problems. Be very careful of that, because it will drag you down and it will cause you not to be able to elevate because you got dead weight. Can you dig it? But other than that, man, hey, may the Lord bless you with his traveling grace and keeps his hands wrapped around you while you get to all your destinations unscathed, because there's a lot of crazy people out here. But other than that, man, I want y'all to have a blessed morning.